everyone, welcome to today's episode. Today is the week 3 of Coinage Extra Programmers Hub known as ProDev. So we are still talking about building a decentralized app on Coda, and your tutor as usual is Herman Puri. So I hope you've been enjoying the class. So enjoy the class, and in case if you have any questions, drop it at the comment section. We will get back to you with the possible answers. Thank you and enjoy the class.
Okay, so I presume that you have some programming experience, programming background. Otherwise, you can search these terms on the internet and learn about them. So let's start with your basic structure of your code app. So what Coda allowed us to do is when you open this contract folder, you will find two folders at the end, contracts and states. If you open the state folder, you will find a template state. I open it. So a state in Coda is a representation of data, or you can say representation of an asset on the blockchain. A state holds all the data about a particular asset that you have to transfer over the blockchain or maybe even save over the blockchain. When you open the template state, we find here belongs to contract. If you are familiar with the blockchain terms, you have definitely heard about the word smart contracts. So this is what contract here means. If you open the contract folder, you can say belongs to contract and template contract is written inside. This annotation is used to define that the state which we are making is following some rules which are defined in a contract, and the name of the contract is template contract. If you just press and hold control key and click on this, you can directly go to the template contract file. In this file, we have mentioned some functions which will you can say which will be followed or which will be adhered to when we are making any transaction. These functions are the rules that are followed by the transaction. We will look into the each and every detail in further lectures, but I am just giving you an overview of what the structure of a code app is. Okay, so this template state, example state, holds data, participants, and is of contract state type. Now the state type, the contract state, is very important. You can write linear state here also, and it will quickly give you an error. I just import it, and this gives an error. Actually, linear state is the most important concept you need to learn. The linear state allows the formation of a linear ID. To represent a state on Coda, we need a linear ID. I'll just implement as constructor parameters. Yeah. So a variable linear ID is very essential. This linear ID will represent the current state as well as it will act as a traceable ID to all the earlier states. Okay, so we will get into this in the later lectures too. I'll just quickly close the contracts. Now we move to the workflows. So right, like till now it seems quite difficult, but believe me, the easiest part is developing the state and the contract. The most difficult part comes when there is the development of workflows. In the source folder, in the main folder, there is a flows.kt file. Now there are a few annotations written. We will be giving focus on them in the later lectures where we will look individually. With just a quick overview, a flow class will always have a call function and maybe some in some cases a responder. So what a call function is, everything that you want to perform. For example, let's say you want to print, this is the call function. So I click caption. Okay, I just save it. So when you want, similarly, if you want to transact, if you want to pass, let's say some money from one node to another node on Coda. By node, I mean one user to another user on Coda. So this will all happen in the contract. To give you a basic understanding, let's take a scenario